other side, the Dark Knights, 28-0 in their quarterfinal game on cruise control, then upset second-seeded 32 Sports 20-12 in the semis to set up this electric matchup again with a trip to Disney World on the line for the winner. Both these teams reaching the championship game, as we'll continue to mention throughout the day. All the championship teams have already earned a spot just by making it here to the AAU Junior Olympic Games next year as well. So away we go, tough break to start. Woosaders, tough break on that first snap, getting their offense out onto the field first. Quick restart, they'll be all right. Camden Howell leading the charge out there at the quarterback spot. Parker Krantz successfully gets it to him on the snap this time around, but a quick job on the blitz. Coming quickly was Lincoln Vachon. And now the Woosaders will be backed up far into their own territory.
Already, Camden Howe at quarterback seems incredibly frustrated, only 2 plays in.
That's a tough way to start it, right? You have a tough exchange with your center on the snap, and then the defense comes out with an excellent play. What do the Dark Knights have dialed up here? They hold off on the blitz. Here's Howe loading up. Perfect pass on the money out to Caden Hankerson, who's still going. Will he be caught? No! Touchdown, Woosaders. But there's a flag back behind the play. You saw that reaction when he hit the end zone. He couldn't believe it.
The flag came out shy of midfield. One of those missed tackles was right in the area of a flag. Let's see. That flag came in what could have been flag guarding. That's tough.
Shades of Justin Jefferson with the 18 in purple, though. Dark Knights take over on offense, though. Have their own spark plug to get things going. 2 big plays back to back. One of them just gets wiped off by the Woosaders. Because that play was called back, the Woosaders would have had 4th down. They elected to punt, so that is where the change of possession comes. But Dark Knights quickly going to work. That's Vachon getting the Dark Knights over midfield. Pump fake and go. Looking long. Has a man. Touchdown. Luke LeBlanc finds Logan Crowley streaking down the sidelines. Got him switched around. It's LeBlanc scoring. Crowley throwing.
Got him switched around just like the defense got all tangled up on the fake inside move, and then right in stride for the touchdown.
Crowley serving on the conversion tries, got a man, and he has his 2nd in a row to LeBlanc. The 2 of them put 7 on the board for the Dark Knights.
What a quick response after it seemed as if the Woosaders was about to, they were going up. Instead, touchdown called back. You've got a punt, and then you blink. And it's a touchdown the other way with a good conversion.
Be careful. Hankerson showed off his speed already. Takes out the return on the throw-off.
Great start for the Dark Knights. 1 possession, 1 touchdown. They could get a 2nd straight stop. Really build some momentum behind themselves.
It was a tough break on back-to-back plays out on offense the first time for the Woosaders. Play action for Howe, loading up, looking over the middle. He's got his man. 8U is coming to play with the throws. Parker Krantz on the reception, gets it over midfield. And one already that got called back with that one from Hankerson. Electricity in the air for 8U. Hayden Howe, with nobody even on his screen, doesn't care. Finds Hankerson along the sideline.
About 13 yards up from pay dirt now. The Woosaders go back to huddle. They know that they need to convert here and get this thing back even, or at least give themselves a chance with an extra point.
Howe with Hankerson in the backfield. Maneuvers around the blitz. Looks, finds his man. Hankerson, was he down? Yes. Marked at about the 1-inch line. 2 times already. Hankerson has had a touchdown pulled out from under him. Nonetheless, Woosaders in business at about the 1-foot line, maybe.
You've got to throw it from here once you get to this part of the field. And just, we've seen some good defense all day today. That is no exception there on that tackle.
So what do you got for your best quick play? Again, can't run it from within 5 yards. Defense content to allow him to roam around. Finds Hankerson, finally has his score. Touchdown, Woosaders.
Normally we see kind of quick shuffle pass from this part of the field, but we didn't. We saw this one get extended, and eventually pass fired to the far side.
I think he could have fit 3 or 4 more extendeds in there. Quick throw, there it is for you. On the toss, and the conversion successful.
That was the touchdown. So they had called it back from the 1-foot line. That goes for the touchdown. So the previous play had been overturned. It had been called back. And so even though we saw the official on that far side signal touchdown, another official overturned it with saying his foot was on the line. So now here is the 1-point conversion. False start.
So make that 3 touchdowns now in the first handful of minutes that Caden Hankerson has been robbed of a score. I feel for you, young man. It's coming, don't worry. Another try on the conversion. Ow, to the end zone, looking around, can't quite get there, broken up by LeBlanc on the play. Great defense after his score on O, and that keeps the Dark Knights in front. Again, running clock throughout the entire first half of every game today. So now the Dark Knights will have a short clock to work with, but some clock nonetheless, as Logan Crowley spins right, spins left, tries to spin back to the left again. Finally taken down, flag pulled at about their own 15. Quick throw right to the inside seam. He's got Jackson Verchinski making the grab. Loading up, tries the quick throw again, nothing doing. Pump fake, couple different times. Crowley finally finds his guy in LeBlanc. They're over midfield. Clock not their friend. And we saw that deep shot from Crowley to LeBlanc that led to the touchdown, so they can move in a hurry. Blitz comes, here goes Crowley. Meanders around one defender, but that probably eats up around 10 to 15 seconds, maybe even 20 by the time they can snap the ball again. Another blitz. Crowley unloads, got his guy Grayson Cross. Oh, he almost squeaked through. Flag on the play.
Again, the flag coming in seems very likely in the neighborhood of flag guarding, and that's the signal. Such a fine line, and it's at the discretion of these officials, who, by the way, have been the same couple of officials that have been doing this all day long. So a big thanks and credit to this officiating crew, not just on this field, but all of the fields all across campus here today. Not only do we have 4 fields set up at Harvard Stadium, but Jordan Field all over the place in Cambridge.
Crowley looking for the end zone, just out of the outstretched hands of Luke LeBlanc. Almost had their second score. Right back to the offense. Logan Crowley's been dishing the rock. Loading up, going short this time around. He's got Verchinski. If he moves along the sideline, getting across midfield.
He wanted just the first down, extended the ball over the 50-yard line, and then realized, I can keep going. No one got his flag, and he was doing really well body control-wise to keep himself in bounds.
Another quick play, hook and ladder. There goes Verchinski. Times, oh, he almost got there. I didn't see a flag get pulled. He's still got both, but again, you're not allowed to dive in flags, so it'll be marked down where he left for the lunge of the ball. So it would have appeared that he got to about maybe the one yard out or so, but it'll be backed up to about the 5. Here they go. Crowley, no time, touchdown! Anthony Lucchese in for 6.
You want to talk about a well-orchestrated drive to begin the second half. This play is perhaps the best designed play that we've seen all day long in game number 8 of our coverage. And that sets the stage for the touchdown.
Crowley connects with LeBlanc. Flag is on the defense. So again, when your conversion attempt is from 5 yards out, if there are any flags on the defense during the play, it's successful. So add another for the Dark Knights.
So the Dark Knights get the response. They get exactly what they're looking for coming out of halftime. Here we go.
Long way to go from Hankerson. Did he get away? No, flag pulled at the last second. He is a problem for opposing defenses.
This is someone who could be, I know we're talking 8U, but we have not seen anyone as athletic. I mean, this is someone who could be up with the 11Us, you feel like, the way that he carries himself and plays out there.
Well, the hair, the shades, everything he's got just has that Justin Jefferson aura. The way that you've seen some of the social videos of Justin Jefferson out coaching some of the college ranks this year, just looks just like him. Has that same characteristics. I love the confidence that him and this entire Woosaders team is playing with, even down by 8 here.
8 is a 1-score game plus a 2-point conversion, which means you cash in from 10 yards out.
Howe with the pump fake, looking deep, uncorks one. Oh, what a play to break it up by Lucchese. Scores on offense, big play on defense too. Rises and knocks it away.
A couple of guys going up and hitting the ball at its apex.
Third down here for the Woosaders. Blitz comes from the Dark Knight. They get him in the backfield. What a play by Verchinski. Leaves his feet, comes up with the flag.
It may have just forced a punt. Woosaders wanted to get something going on this possession. Instead, they have to give it away because of this third down blitz called and executed to perfection.
Still a lot of time to work with here in half number 2. Crowley sees the blitz coming, gets out in a hurry, turns it into a positive gain. Up to around the 13-yard line or so. Only about halfway to midfield. They'll have 2 plays to pick it up. As we tick under 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Crowley looking for someone, anyone. Pressure comes, gets it away. Flag pulled. Nice job by the defense before Verchinsky could squirt free. Ryland Leavitt and Parker Krantz in the area. They make the play on defense. So decision time for the Dark Knights. 8-point lead, 4th down, and a decision to punt. So back-to-back defensive stands, and the Woosaders will go back on offense.
You know, I like the decision to trust your defense, because even though there have been some explosive plays so far from the Woosaders, you've given up just the 1 touchdown. And I think that if you're the Dark Knights, you trust in your defense's ability to do what it has been doing.
Maybe even an extra pep in the step from James King, bringing in the play right now. Howe loads up, has to let one go a long way, broken up. Verchinsky there got a hand on it. Precious seconds still ticking off the clock. Blitz comes, Howe gets it away. Only a small gain, but at least in the positive direction as Parker Krantz reels it in. Maybe a 2 or 3 yard pickup. So now in the same quandary that the Dark Knights just found themselves in. Still about 13, maybe 15 yards to go to reach half field and a fresh set of downs.
I think this is 4 down territory, though, as the clock gets close to 2 minutes.
Big pump fake from Howe. Lets it go. Does he have a man? Yes, but the diving play barely doesn't connect. Caleb got it. Came flying in there out of the corner of your screen and almost had a massive play. How will the Woosaders treat this now?
Seems like they are going for it. No signal of going on defense yet.
Could be a bold move being this far back in your territory, but no risk, no reward. Here comes Hayden Howe. Sees a man. He connects. Can they get to halfway? No, just short. He had Steven Smith coming across the formation. Great pitch and catch, but the defense for the Dark Knights prevents him from getting to that midway point. So a turnover on downs. Granted, that pickup is really good for their defense, though, because it essentially moves the Dark Knights out to about midfield instead of playing from about the 10-yard line. So they'll have a little bit of room here to try to prevent the Dark Knights from scoring from about 22, we'll call it, yards out with 4 plays as we tick near a minute to go if we're not officially under that mark already. Crowley blitzed on the first play. Nice job by the defense. Diving to pull the flag. Parker Krantz gets it done. We were ticking near that 1 minute to go mark when there was a turnover on down. So in theory, with the pro clock rules, it should have stopped exactly on that 1 minute mark when the Dark Knights took over. Pitch and catch here, connected with Lucchese. Another timeout taken by the Woosaders. So third down upcoming. Working on getting you an official time on the field. So plenty of time if the Woosaders can get this play ended early. Dark Knights happy to just run this out if they can. Flag pulled by Krantz over in that area. Is that enough time? No! It was under that 30-second mark. So with that, it'll be ball game for the Dark Knights. Able to get it done on offense in the 8U championship. 14-6